support of our rapid growth and aggressive hiring plan, we have partnered with PeopleDoc to develop an innovative approach to onboarding new employees. PeopleDoc will reduce the amount of time spent completing paperwork and orientation sessions by having new hires complete their onboarding documentation and store it within the cloud. This is done through a digital employee record. This is the email that a new hire will receive. Notice that the email comes from support@novapost.fr and the subject is welcome to Uniqlo. Please activate your account. If new hires have any questions, they can always email onboarding@fastretailing.com. Please click on the link and you will see the Fast Retailing onboarding form. The information here you can read through, but ultimately we want to scroll to the bottom to where it's highlighted in red. Let's get started. Please click on complete your onboarding form here, and you will need to fill in all of the blank boxes. So that means legal first name. If you have a middle name, enter your last name, your gender, your date of birth, your telephone number, your address, your city, your state, zip code, and country. The information in the start date, employment type, job title, and compensation rate flows through success factors and cannot be adjusted. Candidates will enter their highest education that they received, and we've been receiving questions on this section. Their time zone is Eastern Pacific to enter that accurately. Language used for communication defaults to English and cannot be changed. Personal information includes their social security number. We ask them to reconfirm their social security number. And here you will notice in red, fields are highlighted in red in order to identify an error for an example. For instance, social security, not entering the correct information. Ethnic group, marital status, military status, visa information needs to be completed, as well as emergency contact information. Please instruct that new hires enter information for someone that we should contact should there be an emergency. Scrolling further down the form, they have direct deposit information to complete. If they have their routing and account number, W-4 information needs to be completed for marital status, allowances, and if any, additional tax amount to be withdrawn. Please make time to review the form. Ensure everything is complete because you are unable to save an incomplete form. I think people will get frustrated if they don't realize that they are unable to save an incomplete form. So please make sure the new hires are aware of this. Step 1 is completed. You will see, congratulations, you've just completed step 1. Now the next step is to complete the required reading documents section. Select the state that you will be working in, entering your first name and your last name. And the idea in this section is that you read and follow through with all of the forms. So before clicking acknowledgement, make sure that you pull up the Uniqlo Employee Handbook. A Word document will come up. And the idea here in this section is that all employees or new hires will have reviewed this information thoroughly before clicking off on the acknowledgement that they've read the forms. To indicate that they've read it, they simply check the acknowledgement, enter in the name, the date that they reviewed the information. This has to be their full name, please. The date that they read the information. Next form is the employee handbook. They will scroll all the way through, reading all of this information. This is about 10 pages in length. They will close the document, click the acknowledgement form, enter their full name again, the date that they reviewed the document. Next will be the Fast Retailing Code of Conduct. The idea is that they read this information. After reading the information, enter in their first and last name and the date. This is the same process all throughout the form. Next would be the Uniqlo Cash Management Agreement that they would need to sign off. Their name. Uniqlo Arbitration Agreement. Idea is that they're clicking on the document in red, they're reading it. Next would be the timekeeping policy, acknowledgement form, check, name, date. Scroll to the bottom, click send. Congratulations, you've just completed step 2. Now they wait for their W-4 to be sent to them and they will complete that separately. Thank you very much for your time.